as well. Michael Gove said this morning the government can't guarantee that no teachers will become ill from coronavirus as a result of bringing children back. So are you essentially asking teachers to take a risk here?
Well, I don't think that's a fair assumption. And it's worth bearing in mind, of course, that lots and lots of teachers across the country have been doing a fantastic job teaching the children of key workers and vulnerable children, albeit in much smaller numbers. At some stage, obviously, we do have to take some tentative steps to get back to some sense of normality. And I think this is trying to strike a balance where we're saying by getting small numbers of children back into school, particularly those kids for whom this period is critical, the first couple of years at school and then the transition to secondary, will allow us to keep small class sizes, stagger playtimes, make sure kids stay in smaller groups, only have one adult in a room with classes are sort of capped at 15, to the extent that we should be able, in a relatively safe way, to get people back, as they have in other countries across Europe. And I think that's a relatively fair and balanced situation. And what I think, is that over the next couple of weeks, as we get towards that date, and don't forget it's conditional on the numbers going in the right direction still, is that the unions and staff associations in education could keep talking to the government and get a much greater sense of security about this relatively modest step back to normality.